Okay, it's mine says the recording and transcribing. Yep, okay.
Good.
Yeah. So
So
Carl,
what do
what's
you?
that picture behind you?
Funny you should mention that. My understanding is it's the Levitt farm. I believe this is my photo, and I would have taken it when I drove in '76 to out west, and that's if I remember it right. I know it. Maybe this is off of Street View, but I think it was a nicer view than mine. But anyways, this is the Levitt farm. I'm very sure of it. So
That's really cool because I remember those rocks too. And I don't know my friend was Dixie Levitt.
yeah.
And I don't know, her brothers were kind of one of her brothers. I don't know. I remember we walked up there and there's like a pond or something, and he was talking about some sort of underwater breathing apparatus so that you could be underwater in the pond and everything. And that sort of totally captured my imagination. And I don't know, it's probably part of the reason I wanted to go scuba diving, that and Lloyd Bridges and Sea Hunt.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but the
Classic.
other thing is, I think of those rocks all the time as we drive through Sonoma County because there's lots of hills like that with rocks sticking out. And I think of the Levitt's
Oh, I'm
Farm.
glad I brought this up. This is
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah.
My other memory is I had a friend that I went bicycling with in Cardston, and I remember riding out this way, and no, there weren't many cars going on, or coming and passing, and I remember swaying along on my bike, going side to side as we were going down a hill, and then I just remember that a bike ride out there. I
Huh.
cannot get over how young I would have been that I'm on my own riding bicycle out in the wilds like that.
Yeah,
But
because you must have been 8. I mean, oh, let's see, if I was in 4th grade, like I was 9 I turned 10 in Ottawa. So you must have been 7 or something, 6,
yeah,
7, 8, something like that. I was 9 or 8 or 9 because I moved there when we were in 2nd grade or 3rd grade. I did 3rd grade in Cardston, grade 3 rather. Yeah,
can I ask you one thing?
sure.
Uh, I am. This is my left arm, but
Okay.
my monitor has it on the right hand of or right side of the picture. In other words, I think it's being switched, which is unnerving. Do you see this as my left hand?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like to us, I mean, your left hand, because we know it's your left hand. It's on our right though, because you're facing us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
It's on my right, but my left. That's my left hand, but it's on the right side.
It's like you're
Okay.
looking, it should be like you're looking in a mirror, I think, right? If I go up like
Okay.
this, it's my hand,
That
it's my left
that's
hand
your
goes
left
up, but
hand.
it's on your right. Does it
Okay.
blink in and out? Do I have like a
Yeah.
halo around me?
Yeah. I'm not
Just,
happy with my image.
oh, anyway, I just want you to notice my halo.
Oh, it's very nice. Well put.
Um,
Jim, do you remember that farm? Do you like we would have visited there as a family, wouldn't we have?
Well,
yeah.
the name rings a bell, but beyond that, no.
Okay.
One thing that I remember is that after we moved to Ottawa, Dixie and I sort of were pen pals for a while.
Oh.
And I remember she got married at 18.
Hmm.
And I was so far from being in that world wanting to get married. Oh my goodness. I think I went from when I was 12 thinking no one will ever want to marry me. to like more like 13, 14. Well, I don't want to get married at 18 like Dixie. Um, Maybe 21. And then as I got to 21, like, oh no.
I'm not ready for this.
I'm not ready. Yeah, and I was not ready.
Yeah.
So,
Funnily enough.
yeah, no, it
Well,
took me.
the interesting thing is the Ukrainian families, uh, the church on Gray Street sponsored to come to Canada.
In
And
Cardston?
no, in London.
Okay.
Um, it was completely normal and expected that a 16-year-old girl would get married and begin cranking out babies almost immediately.
Well,
Yeah.
And, so Alex and Tamara had, at least half a dozen kids. And I don't think Tamara was, 30 at the most at that time. And they're going like, whoa. And her daughter, who was around 16, was, on the hunt.
hmm.
Yeah. It's there's a number of states where they refuse to increase the age for marriage past 12. I mean, like a girl's body's not even grown up yet, let alone can't even have sex without endangering themselves, let alone have a baby. And it's like it's a baby having a baby, and
Mhm.
maternal mortality. And those are the places, of course, where maternal mortality is the greatest, because there's
Yeah, no
Go
more
figure.
surprise.
more unwanted pregnancies. This is not reminiscent, but it's like to me, it is just do not understand why people do not understand the value of family planning. Why don't you make it so that people can have babies when they want them, so that babies that come are the ones that are wanted?
Yeah.
Otherwise you have unwanted children. And I mean, it's hard enough to be a parent when you want them.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
it's anyway, that's my little soapbox.
Um,
Yeah,
I'm
card.
I'm gonna move us back to Cardston if that's okay. Uh,
Yeah.
do you have any memories of Waterton Lakes National Park and Red Rock Canyon or do you remember camping out there?
I was gonna say that was like the last camping trip that we did, because we didn't camp when we moved to Ottawa, but I remember camping there. I also remember driving to Big Chief Mountain or something, or Big Chief Mountain is somewhere there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that
I
was
did.
in Montana.
Yeah.
We saw it out
Oh,
of
it
our
was?
back window, but
I never realized it was in Montana.
yeah,
Big
well,
Chief.
we were only 15 miles from the border.
Oh, okay. Um, but yes, I remember going to Waterton, and I remember like just for going on a Sunday drive there. I think that uh,
Takes
oh,
20,
and
25
remember
minutes.
there was some slide or other, rock slide would had sort of taken out a village or something around there. Do you remember that place? I remember being horrified that, you know, this avalanche
Peter
or rock slide.
Peter worked, that was up the Crow's Nest
Oh,
pass,
okay.
and Peter worked about 15 minutes west of there.
Wow.
So we've seen that. It wasn't in Cardston, but it would have been within 2 hours of Cardston.
Yeah.
So do you think that Dad would have just driven us there on a Sunday afternoon? Let's go for a ride. I mean, I think he would do stuff like that.
That's right.
That's possible. I don't remember going to that place with the family, but that's overshadowed by going there with everyone but Andrew when we went out to visit Peter when he was working there for a summer.
Yeah.
Well, I remember Dad taking us there for,
Oh,
a day trip.
oh yeah,
And you remember, that is to the Crow's Nest Pass.
yeah,
Yeah. Do you remember the Prince of Wales Hotel?
Yes. But
give me a
that was at
second.
Waterton. That was
Yeah.
was that at
Yep,
Waterton? I get that mixed up with the Lake Louise. What was that? Isn't there a hotel there? Like, was that like those were all like CN or CP hotels, right? Those big fancy
yeah.
hotels. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me
Oh,
s-
okay.
let me just see if this is it. Sorry, it's not working. Uh, no, I had even chosen the. Oh yeah, I think I can do that. Let's see. There, does that, how's that look?
Yep, there it is.
Whoa. Is that Lake Louise?
Oh no, this is the Prince of Wales.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Right
goodness.
over his right shoulder.
Yeah,
Is you sure it's your right? Yeah.
left hand.
Oh, so is it still there, I wonder?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I took the family there to see it. It's just spectacular. It just brought back so many cool memories. That and Cameron Falls. We didn't have time to go up to Cameron Lake, but I did insist that we stop at the beach and take this impressive shot.
Oh, so in Waterton Lakes, and it's kind of coming back to me that it's contiguous with Glacier National Park, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, and then remember we went along the top. There was a road like the
Yeah, going to the Sun
cloud of,
Highway.
yeah, some,
That's what
what
they
was it?
called it, going to the Sun Highway.
Yeah.
that's
And when you stopped at the peak, you could see the road going down the other side with its big switchback. And you're
okay.
looking like 10,000 feet down or something. It was very impressive.
Wow.
I
I'm
remember
looking,
those trips.
are there, I'm looking at a map, a satellite version of Waterton Lakes Glacier. I do not see any glaciers. Are there any glaciers left there?
It's called Waterton Lakes National Park.
I
I'm
mean, are
sure
there
that lake
any?
is formed by glaciers. It's not known for glaciers.
Well, there were glacier. Oh, so that's interesting because
Yeah,
Glacier National Park is. So I just
yeah.
assumed that there, go further north, you'd still have glaciers. But yeah, that's maybe a little bit of snow on the mountains or something. But yeah, I don't see any glaciers.
We
And I
sure
think,
were blessed to live
yeah,
there.
Yeah, that was really, really beautiful. I think.
even at the time, I knew we lived in a very special place because of that natural beauty.
Yeah,
Yeah. Huh. But I do remember going to Glacier National Park and camping. I don't think it was particularly, did it rain or something? I don't think it was a
I was I
it
was hoping
wasn't
someone
like a
remembered that.
pleasant camping trip, but it was a beautiful one.
Thunder and lightning.
I remember that. And there's something about switchbacks. There was some sort of switchback that we went on like, oh my God, this is so long.
You
My
parked
little
in Waterton Lakes National Park. Sorry, yeah, you parked in Waterton, the town, and then you walked up these 40 switchbacks along that trail to the southwest. I forget, I should pull out my Google map right now, but yeah. And Jim, you went to a Boy Scout camp there. We got pictures in our movies of you being in of you spending a week there at this Boy Scout camp.
Um, well, I know we went to some horror. I thought it was Blue Haven or something like that.
I got good memories of Blue Haven. No, I
Oh, that was near Blue
Calgary.
Haven was near Calgary, wasn't it?
Yeah. But we have pictures, or sorry, we have movies of you at a Boy Scout camp. We came to pick you up, and Jim, and you were just finishing off.
Yeah, well, I don't have any memories
Okay.
of any camping experience except Blue Haven and learning something about how to care for a horse and getting to ride one.
Okay. I
Uh,
remember Blue Haven and going on an overnighter and sleeping with my head on the saddle or under a blanket. That was kind of cool to be able to do that.
the main thing there's two main things I remember about Blue Haven Dude Ranch is one is that I don't think I really paid attention much. You know, I have similar kind of experiences at Disneyland or something. I was kind of do do do. You know, anyway, I did not know how to cinch up my cinch strap on the
Oh
horse.
no.
So then I was progressively going like that, and I was too shy to say, "Can someone help me?" You know, going off like this, you know. So that was one sort of kind of exemplified where my head was at. First of all, I wasn't paying attention, and secondly, I was too shy to ask for help.
Well, it was easier when you cantered because you didn't hit your head as often as you would when you're trotting.
Yes.
That's true. The other thing is they had us to clean up the camp. There's some sort of deal. The most whoever picks up the most garbage gets a prize. You know,
Okay.
clever. And my bunkmate said that what she was doing was basically lying.
Okay. Shredding
That
paper and then going
right.
and picking.
Something I don't know how she did, but basically lying about her things. And I refused to do that. And she won the prize, which was a little model horse or something. And I just thought, wait.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, no, but it was an interesting that was what I chose. Like I didn't say, oh boy, I can do this too, lie. I mean, I'm sure tried lying now and again too, as I was a kid, like we all do. But that I think was one of those kind of life lessons or something that's taught by a sneaky little camper.
So I was going to slip something in about Red Rock Canyon.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
The
okay.
last time Dad took us there,
Yeah.
it decided to rain all weekend.
Ah,
And
Oh,
so after a very miserable wet Friday night and halfway through a teeming Saturday, he finally caved, packed up, and took us home.
oh my.
huh. Well, is that where we are when we remember camping there? Do you suppose that was where we camped? Was that Red Rock Canyon? By the way,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it online and I don't see any red rocks. I
Oh,
picture
I
were there.
there
Oh,
there definitely was.
oh yeah,
Um,
there's some photos here that make them look red. Yeah, here I
and
will.
can you go to, like, I'm on Google Maps satellite view.
See
Oh,
there.
there you go.
You're right, it's red, so I'm stopping
Yeah.
to share. Okay.
Okay. And it was Bertha Lake that we took the switchback trail up to,
Oh,
and
is that Berth
just
lake?
like Bertha, yeah.
I
And
remember
there's,
making it all the way down to the lake shore and then thinking, my gosh, I've got a long walk back.
yes, It was a long trail.
Oh yeah, and on my map I'm looking at, I see the Prince of Wales Hotel and everything. Yeah. And
Yeah.
what did we do at Bertha Lake? We just hiked there? Is that right?
Yeah.
That was the switchbacks you were referring to.
Oh, that went
We
forever.
we'd
Yeah.
park our car uh, just in town and then walk up that trail to Bertha Falls and Bertha Lake. So,
Wow.
and at the bottom of that lake, not Bertha, but you can see the like where the lake that Waterton is on, that goes into this. Oh, funnily enough, that lake is called Upper Waterton Lake.
Oh yes, and then Waterton Lake. And where does the what's the river that whole thing feeds into? Because we had to memorize the rivers in Alberta when we were in fourth grade. I'm sure that was the Waterton
Oh,
River goes into
I would imagine Bertha Lake drained into the
Waterton
river that
Lake.
went down to Waterton Lake and went
Uh,
through Bertha Falls. I'm looking on the map here or on the satellite. Yeah. Anyways,
That's interesting. Uh, just
wow.
wondering if it ends up it ends up in Waterton Reservoir, which then
Okay.
goes to like wasn't it the Bow River was somewhere there? These things are coming
Bow
back to me.
River goes through Banff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure
Banff.
that the
I think it
huh,
also makes it through Edmonton.
Oh,
huh.
okay. That makes sense.
I'm trying
You,
to see where this go. It's going into joins up to these are very windy rivers,
yes.
and they don't like show the name of the river very often on Google uh Google Maps, but definitely goes north, probably north to the Arctic. Where are you? Hmm.
Where is, I'm looking, there's Carway. Where's Cardston? I'm just, oh, okay. Um, by the way, Chief Mountain, if you go along the US border, the
Uh-huh.
name Chief Mountain shows up on Canada. Huh. So
Oh, like I found Sentinel Mountain, Source Mountain, but like where is
head east and
east? Oh,
see the Alberta Highway number 6.
yes.
Turn,
Oh, it says Chief Mountain. Huh.
yeah, Chief Mountain Highway.
Oh, but that doesn't mean like where
Oh, there's
is
Chief. No, there it is. So it's due south of Mountain View on Mountain View is in between Cardston and Waterton Lakes National Park. And if you go due south, it's there's the mountain. It might be 10 miles into Montana.
okay, I've lost. Okay, there's Mountain View.
So
I've
go just
lost.
scroll south.
Oh, okay. So, oh, there it is, Chief Mountain. Yep, I see it. It's very near. Huh. Yeah,
I
it's
hope
very
this is
interesting.
I hope this isn't boring for you. I just find this fascinating.
Yes.
Uh, my
Um,
my Google Chrome is speaking to me and shaking in and out, so I better just not work it too hard. Anyway,
yeah, I was thinking of, let's see what else about Cardston. The other things I remember about Cardston is Dad took us to like some Sundance or something with was
Yes.
it the blood? We were on the Blood Indian Reserve, is that?
Blood Indian
Yeah.
Reserve, and those are in the movies.
Yeah. All I remember was like super hot, and I
Oh yeah,
didn't sort
That was a
of
very hot day.
Yeah, I kind of was bored. Didn't
Yeah.
didn't really know what was going on. Why are we here? You know, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
It,
Uh,
Dad was talking about what a historic occasion it was and how there were only, I think, one or two Indian elders who were still qualified to start a Sundance.
oh,
So this
oh,
might be one of the last legitimate Sundances ever performed. And
whoa.
so, and I remember they honored a Roman Catholic priest for years of ministry to the Indians.
Oh, okay.
oh,
I,
that's
yeah, we have that on the movie. Yeah, cool.
uh, well, I do remember Dad saying those things now that you mention it, that it was very significant. But of course, the why escaped me. Of course, you were 11 and I was 9,
Mhm.
and
And
my
I was
brain was.
younger. I I remember, did you ever swim in that river that was by the trailer park, like in between us and our school, Hillcrest School? I
Oh,
I don't think so. It wasn't
I
very deep.
I yeah, thankfully, because we on a hot days, my friend who lived in the trailer park just by the river, um, uh, we would wade in there, and I remember going under the water. It was cool, and got to see what slimy rocks are like.
I mean
maybe that was maybe that
that's a
was my comfort in stream surveys. I don't know.
yeah. Well, that's really cool. I mean, that's what like boyhood is supposed to be like, right? That you sort of
Something else.
traverse the your local countryside and kind of get into trouble, but hopefully not. We I remember going to the pool there though, like, and all
Yeah,
I could do was dog paddle, you know.
yeah. The
I
pool
think
was much nicer water than out in the
yeah,
river.
I
Yeah,
I think if there was a trail, there was some sort of like city park or
on the other
um,
side, at the base of the
also
hill,
oh
the school was up top, and you went to Hillcrest, didn't you? Like the
yeah,
same school that
yeah.
I went to.
I think there was only one elementary school. Like what grade were you in Cardston Gym? Like I think I left halfway through. Oh, I know, I must have been halfway through fifth grade.
I was in grade 3.
Yeah, and I left in the middle of grade 6.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
left in. Well, was I here because when we moved to Ottawa, I was halfway through fifth grade. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
okay.
I think I was in third. We moved when I was. Oh, that's I don't know. We were there for 2 years, right? Were we in Cardston 2 years?
That
Six.
seems familiar.
Yeah.
We came out of Fort Chip in 61, and it was New Year's Day 1963 when we drove into Ottawa from Pembroke. So
Oh,
it was 61 and 62 that we were in Cardston.
okay. So wait a minute. So when New Year's Day of what year? 63 is when we. Oh,
63,
oh,
yeah,
that's right. Because that makes sense. Because I turned 10 that year,
okay.
but I was in fifth grade. That's interesting. I don't know what happened to.
Did
Oh,
you
I know. I
skip?
skipped second, so I was probably third when we went to third, or maybe I did third up in Fort Chipewyan, and then fourth, and at fourth and half of fifth. If we were there and a half,
yeah,
maybe
and I
that's
did
fourth.
5.5 of 6.
Oh, okay. So that makes.
I remember learning how to read in Fort Chip and feeling so satisfied being able to read Dick and Jane books.
But even at the time, I thought it was that they were stupid stories, see, spot, run, I I think I craved something more.
Challenging.
Well, I
Yeah.
loved Thornton Burgess,
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that was
Tug-a-Rum.
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting thing that we in Ottawa that Mom read to us at lunchtime, right? Do you remember that? We came home at lunch
Charlotte's
for
Web.
lunch.
I remember
Yeah.
coming home from Arch Street and walking up home, which is really, really cool. We could go back home and then go back, and yeah, and
Yeah,
it,
that's almost European.
yeah,
Yeah, because when we moved to Maryville, I guess because we took a bus. Did we take a bus to Maryville Elementary? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, because then I remember I had a black lunchbox and with skunk
thermos.
decals on. I was
Okay.
embarrassed of my skunk decals. So I was embarrassed a lot about a lot of things.
I remember um, that was something I wanted to reminisce with you sometime. Where do you remember waiting for the bus? I Over the years, I think I waited at every corner in Pine Glen Annex. Um, there was one year where, or one time when I waited over in Pine Glen, and we were there was a T intersection, and it was a snowy day, and we were waiting right in the middle of the intersection. A garbage truck came along and backed over my lunchbox, and I remember it being so squished and the milk pouring out of it, and I had to call Mom from Maryville Public. Mom, it squished my lunchbox, and she had to bring over a lunchbox or lunch bag for me. But
I remember that was really the first time I saw those little boxes of milk because they handed out little boxes of milk,
yeah,
that you're supposed to. So that's yeah. What street did we live on in Cardston? Were we on 7th? Because I'm
no, I think we were on 8th.
8th. Okay, huh? Because I remember what a long walk home. Like I don't know why I was walking home by myself. Maybe from Bluebirds or whatever I was in, whatever the like Girl Scouts of the Mormon
oh,
Church was. I was in that.
Yeah, if you look on 8th, you'll see a house with a driveway that sort of goes curvy and then one that goes straight.
Yeah, was that
So the
ours?
house that goes straight was the Bates house, and
Oh,
then we were in the one with the curved driveway.
okay, that's pretty interesting.
And you can see the big tree that used to be between the two houses.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I told Chris that I I was sick the day John Glenn went into space. And so I remember being in the house for that. And I also, for some reason, also because I was sick, made a whole bunch of paper fairies.
Oh,
I think I still have one or two of the fairies around, because of course, thanks to Mona Matheson, we all believed in fairies at the time, at least I did, because
Yeah,
she could talk to fairies.
I uh, I always appreciate when we ride on a ferry. You say, "I believe in fairies."
Thank you. You're about the only one who gets the depth of that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I believe in fairies in many, many ways. Yeah. Yeah, I know I told you before about what was the sort of mentally handicapped or whatever Walt son? Uh,
Oh,
the
Ward
one
Bates.
Ward Bates.
Ward Bates. Yeah. I remember him asking me if my bowel movements were regular. And I even at the time as a 9-year-old, I'd like, this does not feel comfortable.
Yeah,
You know, that was like, that was really weird.
thankfully never asked me.
Oh, and then our rabbits, like, I don't know, that was somebody's rabbit died.
That was mine while I was away at Blue Haven.
Oh gosh. Oh,
Wonderful way
Yeah,
to come home, find out your pet bunny had died.
yeah,
yeah. So we didn't go to Blue Haven at the same time, huh? Probably makes sense in probably different ages or something, or I don't
Yeah,
know. Because I think for mom and dad, it was a big deal. Like it was probably expensive and
yeah.
had to drive all the way there. But I think they were trying to teach us, uh, cowboy culture or something. Yeah.
Or they
they were
just wanted to
teaching me to be.
give us an
Teaching what?
experience.
Yeah, it was a great experience because I remember sleeping out under the stars. I think that was
Yeah,
on my saddle, so
yeah.
that was, and then I remember the puppets she helped us make. Yeah, which I wonder what happened to those
I
puppets.
can't remember my name,
I thought it was
my
Pee Wee.
puppet's name, but Jim, you had Piddles or something.
I thought yours
Yeah,
was Pee Wee or something, Carl, but I don't know. What was mine? Do you remember mine? I don't
Oh,
remember. I just remember I wasn't happy with the color. I ended up painting the face, because I think we painted our own faces on that. But that was a great thing for mom to do. Like it was
oh yeah.
we
I
put paper
remember
mache
the
we
yeah,
put paper mache
light
on a
bulb.
light bulb
Yeah,
to and then somehow there got hair on it and she made the outfits and then the strings and control rod or
yeah.
whatever you call that. Yeah, that was really, but she had a friend in somewhere in Edmonton, Lillian, I want to Lillian
Oline Marquis.
Holy, didn't she have a whole host of? She made a whole bunch of puppets. That was some,
The puppet lady that I remember was in Ottawa.
yeah, yeah. No,
Can't
but
for the life of me remember the name, but started with B. Her daughter's name, that's can't remember.
yeah, no. Oh, her her daughter, yeah, was I kind of really looked up to her. She was
Yeah.
yeah, gosh, I haven't thought about them for a long time. She was the one that made me think I don't want to get married till at least 21 because she was, I don't know, very accomplished. I want to say Lillian Ballard, but does that make any sense?
Ballard. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember her name. I remember her. Oh, can't.
It's sort of something like Tanya or
Yeah.
uh, anyway, maybe it'll, but yeah, these this is why we're reminiscing. But yeah, that was but I
This
think
twigs our memory.
that must have been something that inspired mom because she would have known this person before we went to Ottawa. I mean, she knew her from somewhere else, maybe from London,
Yeah.
maybe from there.
Oh, maybe. Maybe they're
Um,
totally separate. There were two puppet people.
yeah.
I'm glad I'm recording this. I'll send you the transcript, but there's no way I'm going to go through and try and type it out. But it gives us twigs of memory, like it twigs our memory of how I'm going to be wondering. Okay, Ballard, what was the Rhonda?
Rondi, that's it. Rondi
Okay,
Ballard. Yeah.
yeah.
Good job. I need to go. Angie has assigned me a job to go pick up a double stroller or something from
Well,
Facebook Marketplace. So,
I've really enjoyed this, and I'm glad
yeah,
we got back together. This is great. I'll,
yeah.
I, if you don't mind, I might find some more photos and put them in my background, and maybe it'll be a way to reminisce.
Yeah, that worked out really great, Carl. I appreciate it. Okay, love you guys, and I gotta go get our stroller. You guys can stay on if you.
I gotta get going myself. My time is up.
Okay,
Okay,
goodbye.
bye-bye.
Love you. Bye now. See you
Okay,
next
goodbye.
week.